Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jay Cohn.
And I'm Jeanelle Slade. A state construction worker is killed in South Billings when a flatbed truck crashes as it exits Interstate 90.
That crash occurred at the South Billings Boulevard off-ramp around 3:30 this afternoon, where road workers were doing maintenance on the highway, but the off-ramp was not completely closed.
Billings Police Lieutenant Brandon Woolley tells Q2 a Big Sky steel flatbed truck driven by a 28-year-old Billings man entered the construction zone and struck the MDT worker, who Woolley says was 52 years old. Now, that off-ramp on the south side of the exit will remain closed for a while longer as the Billings Police Crash Investigation Team tries to figure out what happened. Lieutenant
Woolley reminds motorists to slow down and be attentive and watch for construction workers when passing through all construction zones. Well, if you drive Zimmerman Trail on a regular basis, most likely you're fed up with the closure of that popular shortcut to the top of the rim rocks.
But there's good news to report. Q2's Zoe Zandora with an update tonight on when the road may reopen to traffic.
Construction on a roundabout at the intersection of Montana Highway 3 and Zimmerman Trail has been underway since the middle of July and extends to about a mile of reconstruction.
A lot of concrete work that goes into this, a lot of retaining wall work on Zimmerman, and if you look behind us, obviously you can see that they're continuing the concrete work on the roundabout.
The two projects combined are costing about $8.17 million.
The roundabout itself is a lot of concrete work and a lot of kind of brick work in the middle and dirt work in the middle. There's also a pedestrian tunnel that runs under the road with that, which is just about done now, which is a lot of concrete and obviously a lot of excavation.
Becky Bay says everything MDT does is based around safety. So first and foremost, the project is going to make the area safer. Bay says the construction is hoping to look for a reduction in accidents and a reduction in particularly T-bone and head-on accidents.
There's a lot of traffic coming down this road and Billings is only getting bigger, and so ultimately it'll be a better movement for traffic through that roundabout.
The Zimmerman Trail work will widen the existing road, improve drainage, include new signs, and have an updated guardrail.
MDT, and we all know how frustrating it is to have to take a different route, and I understand that people have had to detour, and we really appreciate their patience with that. I think in the end, the project that when you see it's completed will be totally worth that time. It really is a pretty phenomenal project. Between the roundabout and the actual Zimmerman Trail reconstruction, it's going to be so much safer, so much better to drive, particularly as the winter months come in.
Another major question of the project is, will the temporary light that's on 27th and Rimrock become a permanent fixture of the city? And well, I was told once construction is done, the light will be gone. In Billings, Zoe Zandora, MTN News.
Thanks so much, Zoe. Now, Zoe tells us if the project stays on schedule and the weather cooperates, Zimmerman Trail could reopen by mid-November.
A fire burned on a hillside just south of Roundup yesterday, but there was no cause for alarm because this particular blaze was years in the making.
As Q2's Connor Pregetzer shows us, one small fire today can prevent big fire destruction in the future.
Prescribed burns are a key part of wildland fire safety and are carefully planned by the Bureau of Land Management to make sure everything goes as expected. No details are overlooked. The planning process accounts for terrain, fuel type, and up-to-date weather reports. A prescribed burn begins with an altering of fuel structures via hand cutting, a procedure that takes place in the years leading up to the prescribed burn. Chris Barth, a public information officer for the Bureau of Land Management, tells us that prescribed fires are an important tool in preparing for future wildfires.
You know, it's done with a lot of planning, a lot of resources to help make sure that it's done safely. But we also are doing it, we're changing the fuel, changing the conditions so that if a fire was to burn through here, you know, we've improved the likelihood of having a successful suppression efforts.
The crews burn a black line around the edge of the burn unit to establish boundaries to contain their fire. The fire is started by a drip torch, which most closely resembles an oversized upside-down kerosene lamp, which methodically drips fire onto the landscape.
And it comes through here, and it pours out this little, there's a little opening, and then this piece is like the wick that's lit. So the fuel just continues to feed that stays lit, and that's what they use to drag across the ground.
In addition to the increased resiliency to future forest fires, Barth tells me that this process is actually very healthy for the forest, and that if we return to the same spot in the spring, it will be lush, green, and healthy. He says that ultimately the goal of these fires is a safer and healthier Montana for us all. From just south of Roundup, this is Connor Pregetzer with MTN News.
Thank you, Connor.
And weather conditions are closely monitored in all prescribed fires to avoid active fires in unsafe conditions.
And Connor tells us the fire supervisor he was with there says his crew is already looking forward to this weekend when they can assess the changing forecast that could create some of these unsafe conditions.
And a perfect transition. Chief Forecaster Bob McGuire here to show us with these prescribed burns underway, will weather cause some issues?
Not so much in the short term. I mean, we're pretty good today and tomorrow, but boy, closer we get to the weekend, we are looking for the wind to kick in. Let me show you what we have. It's our wind forecast. As you see here, 5:30 tonight, winds out of the northwest at 11 miles per hour here in the Billings area. Really not so bad, and we'll continue to see those winds pick up a little bit. Then by the time Thursday night gets here and on into Friday, Friday noontime, it's going to be 20 mile per hour winds, so it's going to be breezy most of the afternoon on Friday. Then by the time Saturday gets here, maybe 22 mile per hour winds at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And look over there in places like Glendive and Miles City, 30 mile per hour winds. So we have a couple of minor weather disturbances moving through, but they're going to be minor enough that they're actually going to produce some pretty strong gusty winds once they do blow through. We'll have your local forecast in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Bob. A Wyoming man accused of stealing cars, holding several Billings residents at gunpoint, and shooting at officers during a high-speed chase with police pleads not guilty for his crimes. 41-year-old Ryan McElmurray now faces 16 felony charges, up from 12 when he was arrested last month. He made his not guilty plea this morning in Yellowstone County District Court. McElmurray was booked into jail on September 25th after police say he led them on a 50-minute chase through Billings, leaving behind a path of destruction that included 10 crime scenes, 5 stolen vehicles, and multiple people threatened at gunpoint. McElmurray's charges include burglary, armed robbery, vehicle theft, and fleeing police pursuit. His bail is set at $1 million.
Concert news now. Despite a fractured foot, Rod Stewart's first Montana concert is a go Friday night. The legendary British artist had to cancel his show tonight in Boise, Idaho due to the foot fracture. It is a cause for concern for goers here in Billings. You'll remember his concert originally was scheduled back in April, but was postponed due to an illness. But today, Metro Park has confirmed, with those few extra days of rest, Friday's show is a go.
Rod Stewart's show in Boise did cancel, but the reason behind that was his ankle. And he got up, decided that he had some issues, that if he played Boise, he would have to cancel Billings. In the idea that he had never played Montana before, really played into this.
So, good news. Massey tells us there are still tickets available for Friday's big show. The concert starts at 7:30 Friday night.
The Billings Education Foundation is always working to help kids in our community, and its latest effort with Denny Menholt Chevrolet is no different.
And you have until this Friday to take part. Potentially, you can win a new car. The raffle to win a 2018 Chevy Equinox takes place on Friday. Denny Menholt donated the 2018 SUV, and school groups, sports teams, and clubs sold the raffle tickets. The tickets cost $10 a piece. Keep in mind, $6 of that goes to benefit schools and projects, while the other $4 goes to the Education Foundation, which turns around and then invests that in classroom grants for teachers.
The drawing will take place Friday, the 26th, at halftime of the Senior West football game. For locations to purchase tickets, visit the Education Foundation's website. So in the end, 100% of the proceeds from the raffle goes right back to our kids.
Still to come on tonight's 5:30 News, when it comes to your health, 15 minutes can be a life-saving decision. Find out how you can make that happen this Friday.
And later in sports, we have 8 local teams vying for a state championship this week. Scott sets the stage for all of them.
You're watching MTN News with Jay Cohn and Jeanelle Slade. Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire. And sports with Scott Green. This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.